What's up YouTube, this is BystanderX79 guys. Today I'm coming to you with my latest deck profile for February 2019, and as you can see right now, yeah, we're going to be talking 6 Samurais today. Now this deck has taken on a lot of different roles over the years, and it can do a ton of different plays, and I think this is one of the most versatile decks that can extend into the action deck. It can Synchro, it can Exceed, it can Link. This deck can be an insane combo deck with the way it has draw power, search effects. I mean, it can struggle with an Ash Blossom easily. And most importantly, it can put things on the field to control your opponent and just win you the game outright. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to get right into this. And of course, we're going to start off talking about 2 copies of Elder of the Six Samurai. Alright, now Elder of the Six Samurai is the Cyber Dragon for the Six Samurais deck. Alright, when your opponent controls a monster you don't, you can special summon this guy out in defense position or attack position, whatever you want. It's a level 3, it's an Earth Tribute, so it can turn around and help you go into your rank 3 plays, as well as be there for your level 5 synchro plays, whether it be an Arturia Beast or Legendary Six Samurai Shien. Alright. Then we have the single copy of Grandmaster of the Six Samurai. You're only allowed to have one on the field at a time, so one is all you really need. All you need is another Six Samurai monster on the field. You can special summon this guy out from your hand, which is awesome. And the cool thing about it is, whenever he is popped by your opponent's card effect, guess what? You're getting back a Six Samurai monster right from your graveyard back to your hand. So that's awesome. All right. Great Shogun Shien. This is a must-have in Six Samurai decks now because it just helps with the control aspect of the deck. All you need is 2 other Six Samurai monsters with different names on the field to special summon him out. And while he's face up on the field, oh, this is where it gets good. Your opponent's only allowed to activate 1 spell or trap per turn. Alright? When you turn around and combine Shogun with a lot of the other control aspects, whether it be Legendary Six Samurai Shien, Arturia Beast, Arturia Bargun, or you're going to be turning around and basically taking control over what your opponent can and cannot do. It is so terrifying to have this card on the field with those other negates. He's worth running. Alright. To extend into your Synchro plays, we got 3 copies of Kakamusha of the Six Samurai. A must-have in the deck. Helps you go into your level 5 plays or any other Synchro plays that you need to extend into. And the coolest thing about it is that one thing a lot of players keep forgetting is that he has this effect that can allow you to shift spell or trap cards to him to protect your other monsters. So once you've done your synchros and stuff like that and you still have them on the field, you can use them as a shield to help protect your other cards. Alright. Legendary Six Samurai Inishi. An awesome card. The one card you're going to be needing to normal summon out. But to be very honest, that's a pretty awesome effect. Banish 2 Six Samurai monsters from your graveyard, and you get a compulsory evacuation device effect off of them. Real cool thing, if you control any other 2 other Six Samurais with different names, guy powers up by 500 attack, so it's not bad. Alright. Legendary Six Samurai Kageki. You need 3 of them in the deck. Basically, this guy is a must-have when it comes to starting your plays. Basically, normal summon him out, and he special summons another Six Samurai monster onto the field. Basically, he's a 1-card Link 2 for this deck. You're going to need him to start your plays, whether it be your Link plays, your Synchro plays, or even your Xyz plays. He's a must-have at 3. Alright. And another monster you're going to be wanting to be abusing a lot is the 3 copies of the Legendary Six Samurai Kazan, alright? Whenever you control another Six Samurai monster with a different name, special summon them right from your hand. This is the card you're going to be searching the most of off of Gateway from your deck to your hand, and this is also the card you're going to be recycling the most of off of Gateway from your graveyard, alright? Even if you have another Kazan on the field, as long as you control one other Six Samurai monster that isn't Kazan, you're going to be special summoning him a ton. So get used to using him. Alright. 2 copies of Secret Six Samurai Fuma. I like him a lot. Basically, The Synchro Six Samurai, while it's a graveyard, you can actually banish it to protect your Six Samurai monsters from being targeted by card effects and destroyed, which is awesome. Other cool thing about it is that he's got a pretty good float effect where you can just crash him into a bigger monster, especially summon on a Six Samurai monster right from your deck. So he's always good to have. A level 1 tuner just helps extend a little bit further. Awesome card. And of course, I run a Sheehan Squire. Sheehan Squire I like because he's a little bit recyclable with cards like Gateway. And not only that, but he's also a level 1 Earth attribute, so you can actually build into things like Naturia Beast or Barkion without having to turn around and utilize other cards. So he adds a little bit more flexibility to the deck. Okay. And the last Six Samurai monster I like is Six Samurai Zanji, primarily because he's an asceticism target to get out Kizan from your deck. And while you're having a Six Samurai monster on your field, and you attack an opponent's monster, you're going to be destroying your opponent's monster. So it's an awesome effect for monster removal, making them a great card to have in this deck. Alright, so that rounds up the monster lineup right now. On to the spells. And of course, I just mentioned this with Zanji. You need to run 3 copies of Asceticism and 6 Samurai. This is a must. I've tested this deck out so many different times with different ratios of this card. 3 is the only way to run this card. I'm sorry to say that. Target a 6 Samurai monster you control, and then you allow it to special summon another 6 Samurai with the same attack as the monster, just with a different name, which just is so great. Zanji into Kazan, or vice versa. Elder into Kakamusha, or vice versa. If you have Kageki on the field with another 6 Samurai monster, its attack goes up to 1700, so you could potentially use this to get out Inishi, Legendary 6 Samurai Inishi as well. So there's a lot of different plays this card opens up. It needs to be in this deck. Alright. Protecting yourself against hand traps important, so 3 copies of Call by the Grave is a must in all decks nowadays. Alright. 1 copy of Gateway. What can I say? It's Gateway. Anytime you summon out a 6 Samurai monster, you're putting 2 tokens on this card. Combined with other token holding cards, you're going to be able to amass a lot of different things and just go off and extend your combos crazily. Alright. To help with the draw power deck, I run the Bamboo Sword engine, so you need 1 copy of Broken Bamboo Sword. You need to have this equipped to a monster on the field to really turn around and help things go. Alright. I also have 3 copies of Cursed Bamboo Sword. Alright. This is the one card that, even if you've seen open hand, as long as it's just one, just equip it to one of your monsters before you synchro or link it off. It goes to the graveyard and you get to search for another Bamboo Sword, which is just awesome. And of course, one of the cards you want to see in your opening hand is Golden Bamboo Sword, primarily because it's basically a pot of greed. And as long as you control Broken Bamboo Sword on the field, you're going to be able to drop this card, all 3 copies of this card at once, basically +5. And be able to combo off even further to get to your pieces. Alright. Speaking of combos, King of the Combo cards. Master Reborn, can't be a deck without it. Alright. Reinforcement of the Army. Search card. Generic search card for warrior decks is another must. Alright. I like 3 copies of Sheehan's Dojo, primarily because this is one of the few cards that doesn't have a limit on Bushido counters. And it basically can summon out almost any, actually practically every main deck monster you have in this deck. So you need to have it at 3. Okay. Sheehan Smoke Signal. Run 2 of those things because with all the rest of the draw power in this and with Gateway, you really only need just 2 copies now. I run 2 copies of 6 Samurai United. This is another Bushido counter holder. I like the 2 and 3 ratio between this and Dojo. This has a limit of 2 counters, so you really are not going to be getting that many more counters on it. Yeah, it does give you an extra draw when you send in the graveyard with counters on it, but most of the time you're going to want to have it on the field with Gateway just to extend those Gateway plays. And the last spell card. Yeah, that's right. The Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Launch. This card allows you to target a Dark Exceeds monster rank it up to one monster above it, and add it as a overlay unit, which makes it a pretty damn awesome rank up card. Alright, with that being said, we're going to go right into the extra. Alright, 2 copies of Legendary 6 Samurai Shien. You don't need more than 2. 3 is more, 3 is just too much. You don't go into a third. Negates a spell or trap a card effect once per turn. It's a quick effect, so it definitely does help. Alright, Notoria Beast. Get this card on the field. As long as you have cards in your deck, you're going to be able to negate any spell your opponent activates. Just 1 copy of this card, and you'll be able to shut down a lot of decks that are very spell dependent. Alright. To protect against the back row heavy decks that like to run a lot of traps, you have Barkian in there. It's easy to get out. Either a Grandmaster and a Shian Squire, or a Kizan and a Kagamusha. Get your level 6 monster here. As long as you have cards in your graveyard, guess what? You're negating those traps. So, awesome. Also have Notoria Landoys in here. Okay. Landoys, as long as you have a spell card in your hand, you can discard that spell card and negate monster effects, which is kind of Six Samurai's deck's pitfall right there. Getting them out is pretty easy. Kagamusha plus a Grandmaster does that, and I can tell you this right now, he's insanely handy with the way this deck stacks up against the meta and monster effects. Just having him around helps this deck out a lot. That's it for the Synchro lineup. For the Xyz, we have 1 copy of Shadow of the Six Samurai Shien. He's another Six Samurai main that helps build up tokens onto your token holders, so he's necessary in this deck. Cool combo is to turn around, detach a material, target a Kageki that you have in the field, and you can power this Kageki up even further. It's an old school combo, but it does help out at times. Alright, and of course you saw the rank up magic, so you know I'm running the Azathot package. Time to be for Doers, just playing an awesome card here. Takes 2 level 4s, and you can banish this card by detaching both materials and bring it back. So even if you put it into your extra monster zone, it'll come back into the main monster zone, which is awesome. And as long as you have rank up magic set, you can just flip that face up and go into Azathot, which just shuts down your opponent's monster's effect for their turn, so they can't really do anything. Alright. And I'm also running a number package here. Alright, I'm running Utopia S39 the Lightning, the original Utopia, and number 75 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. Primary reason why I'm running this package like this is basically to get a beat stick that's 5k and use it multiple times during the course of your duel. I know that against Salamangreat they have stuff like Violet Chimera, which can power up its attack by half of the total amount of its fusion materials. Most of the time that's going to be around between 45 and 4,700. This guy goes up to, S39 goes up to 5,000, so hey, you're going to be able to out Violet Chimera. Alright, that's it for the Xyz. For the links, is all necessary in all warrior decks. Sends equip spells from your deck to your graveyard. With Bamboo Sword Engine, you can be able to search what you need and just go draw like crazy afterwards. And you get a special summon off with its effect. Not going to be using its search effect when it's link summon, but it does pay off to have this card in your decks. Alright, for an extender, this is a mono type deck. Summon Sork, you need to have her in the field. Have her point into one of your Six Samurais, to special summon out another one. Pretty standard play there. And of course, to help with the draw power, 1 copy of Sarusha Sculpture. You don't need more than 1 in this deck. I tried playing 2, I've only gone into 1. So, 1 for that extra draw and restock the bottom of the deck just helps this deck out a little bit better. Helps you further define your plays and just get things going. And of course, last but not least, we gotta run 1 copy of Borrowed Sword Dragon, primarily because, hey, it's an OTK machine and it just hurts your opponent when you drop it. Alright guys, that is my 6 Samurai deck for February 2019. Guys, if you like this deck, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe, enable notifications so you don't miss a single upload. And then until next time guys, peace!